What's up, guys? Today we're going to talk about the Midgar Falls floor B98. Let's first look at the boss. So on B98 we're against Primal Behemoth. This is similar to the B71 but much stronger. So looking at it, it is weak to wind, resistant to nothing, but I don't think you can beat this. Maybe with a very strong Kate Sith, but really you need wind DPS for Primal Behemoth. Sigils are circles, and you definitely do need sigils. The sigil phase is a little difficult if you don't have a circle sigil boost weapon, but you definitely can get by with just 3 circle sigils without boosts. Looking at the immunities, immune to poison, so we can't increase our DPS with bio, and also immune to physical attack down. I don't talk about, the other ones don't matter. So Behemoth is pure physical damage, so we don't care about magic attack down, and we don't really care about, well, we can't really inflict any of these. I mean, we can inflict these, but it's not worth it. So to summarize, Behemoth is immune to poison, no bio, and immune to physical attack down. So those are the 2 things we're not using. Other than that, though, notably we can debuff its defense down. So if you're using physical DPS, you can lower its physical defense. If you're using magic DPS, then you can lower its magic defense. And then looking at what Behemoth does to us, it's frequently inflicts physical defense down. So it does, and also increases physical attack up. So Primal Behemoth does a lot of physical damage, and he will also decrease your party's physical defense down. So we really need physical defense up on our team. Also notable is that Primal Behemoth will lower its own physical defense down during certain parts of the fight. So it's best to save your damage for that part of the fight. I mean, obviously you want to damage it throughout the fight, but most of your damage will be done when Primal Behemoth lowers its own physical defense. Okay, so that's the boss. And then let's look at the battle effects. So Behemoth will have extra HP and extra attack. Okay. And this one is actually important and annoying. Your whole party will have 30% less HP. So it will be harder for you to survive. The requirements to survive in this fight are quite high because of this debuff right here. But at least we do get a buff. We get C ability, weapon C ability potency plus 30%. So that basically means you want to use weapons and not materia on this fight. And yeah. Okay, so with that in mind, keeping the boss in mind, you know, that you can decrease the boss's defense but not his offense, and you need physical defense up on your team, and you need wind DPS, and you need circle sigils. Okay, we're going to keep all that in mind when we build our party. So let's look at the party I decided to use here. So I decided to run a party with 2 healers and 1 DPS. So let's talk about offense first. So for offense, we have DPS, right? We need a wind DPS. And for me, I'm using Tifa with her motor drive. I am using an OB9 motor drive, doing 660 physical wind damage. Other than that, for offense, I'm also using Aerith's Floral Wand, which does physical defense down, so Tifa can do more physical damage. And Floral Wand also does wind resist down. So again, that Tifa can do more wind physical damage with her motor drive. And other than Flora Wand, I'm also using Kimura Wand. Kimura Wand will increase physical attack for Tifa. Technically the whole party, but Tifa is the only one doing any meaningful physical damage. It also increases magic defense, but that doesn't actually matter for this fight because Behemoth does not do any magic damage to us. So Kimura Wand is just here for the to increase Tifa's physical attack. And that's basically it for offense. Okay, so offense is pretty simple. You just want some kind of wind DPS, and you want to boost it as much as possible with, you know, physical defense down and wind resist down, and then also physical attack up. Or if you're using wind magic, you can use magic attack up. Okay, and then moving on to the defensive requirements. The most important one is going to be physical defense up, and you really need physical defense up to all allies. So there are several weapons that can do that. I did decide to go with Matt and his Centipede, and you do want this to reach high potency. So you know, Centipede does physical defense up to all allies at mid potency, but it can go to high after 2 casts. You'll see, I'll show you in the fight later, but you'll see that you do need high potency, or you most likely will die. So with that, for Matt, I'm also using Gigantic Shield. Gigantic Shield also increases physical defense to all allies mid, but again, it can max potency of high. So these two are the main ways the only ways my party can get physical defense, and they can both increase my party's physical defense to high potency. Also important though is I'm using Breath of the Earth for Aerith, which removes physical defense down for all allies. So this is important or useful because Behemoth does lower your party's physical defense, and I found Matt cannot increase it enough. He doesn't have enough ATB to actually keep our physical defense up. So Breath of the Earth does help with that. And actually, I did forget one more weapon. Matt is using Syringe Rapier, which also increases physical defense up to all allies. Mine is only OB3, so it only goes up to mid potency. But the strategy for me is I'll use Syringe Rapier to get it to mid, and then I can use Centipede to get it to high. The reason you want to use, or the reason I want to use Syringe Rapier is the ATB cost is lower. It's only 4 ATB compared to Centipede's 5 ATB. So for Matt, it's a combination. If you just care about physical defense up mid, then you would want to use Syringe Rapier. If you want it to get to high, you would use Centipede. Or another benefit of Centipede is Centipede also gives a 54% heal. So if you need healing and physical defense, then Centipede is better than the Syringe. Yeah, so that's defense, right? Physical defense, super important. You see I have 1, 2, 3, 4 ways to keep my physical defense up, right? I have Syringe Rapier for mid. I have Centipede for mid to high. I have Gigantic Shield for mid to high. And I also have Breath of the Earth to clear physical defense down. It's very important, as you will see in the video. In my fight, you'll see how important it is to have your physical defense up. And then other than that, for defense, you also do need to heal, and healing is important. That's why I'm using 2 healers. I'm using Matt. Matt is going to heal with his Centipede, and Aerith is going to heal with her Cura Materia, which, because she's using Kimura Wand, Kimura Wand has a Cure All spell Materia slot. So, yeah, healing is important because, let me show you my Matt build right here. So, because Matt's healing is not that high, because in his sub equipment he's not using any healing sub weapons because he cannot afford to. You'll see these are all defensive sub weapons. He's using Giant Fork, which gives HP and physical defense. He's using Max Ray, which gives physical defense. So he needs those, but he needs those to get his HP up, his physical defense up. Otherwise, he will die. He will die. And same with Aerith. Aerith doesn't really have space for healing sub weapons either, and actually her heal is even lower, much lower actually. So she is you can say she is the sub healer. She's not the main healer, but she's just to help Matt get our party enough healing. She only has 1800 heal power. No healing sub weapons, right? She needs Hell House Cannon, which HP and physical defense. And she is running Rocket Punch, which gives physical defense to all allies. This is just to survive, and without this, she will die. She will die. I have tested it. Like I've removed Rocket Punch for for a heal sub weapon, and that will kill her. Just this one R ability is what keeps her alive. Yeah. Okay, so that's pretty much everything covered. Right? We have I talked about our offense. We have our win DPS. Any things to boost that. Defense. We have our physical defense up. We have our healing. Last thing to talk about is just the sub weapons, which I did talk about. Right? So the problem with this fight is that this debuff right here, ally HP minus 30%. And then Behemoth also increases his own physical attack, and also you cannot decrease Behemoth's physical attack. So the defense requirements in this fight are quite high. So that's why Matt and Aerith, they both have two defensive sub weapons right here. They both have two defensive sub weapons. They're also using the P attack all sub weapon to increase Tifa's physical attack. Because this, not only does this fight have a high defensive requirement, it also has a high offensive requirement in that you are on a timer. So Behemoth will do up to 4 special attacks. The first 3 special attacks you can survive, you can tank them. The 4th special attack is a guaranteed kill. Like no matter what you have, your party will die. Other than Vincent, if you have Vincent's costume, he has Reprieve, which will revive him. Other than that, everyone will die. So yeah, that's why we have high defensive requirements here with these 2 defensive sub weapons on Aerith, and Matt. Last we can look at Tifa. Tifa does not need. Actually, she still does. For Tifa, I gave her Oven Mitts, and I put Oven Mitts in the main hand, which gives her the full value of this HP and the full value of this physical defense. So she has her defensive needs covered by her Oven Mitts, main-handed. She also has Twinkling Star, which gives 30 HP, cut in half, but yeah, so she is using, you could say, almost like two defensive sub weapons, just like Matt and Aerith. Other than that, Materia. Materia is, you do need Circle Sigil, so here I gave each of them Circle Sigil, right? Aerith Circle, Matt Circle, and Tifa Circle. And other than that, you don't really need any other Materia. Well, if you don't have a physical defense down weapon, you could use a Breach Materia. And then, of course, since Aerith is using Komuro 1 to heal, she does need a Cure Materia here. But other than that, these are like stat sticks. Right, physical attack stat sticks for Tifa. Healing stat sticks for Aerith. And also, I believe these are healing stat sticks for Matt as well. Yeah, healing stat sticks for Matt. Yeah, okay, so those are our requirements. We have strict offensive requirements and also pretty strict defensive requirements. With that said, let's look at the fight, and I'll I'll take you through it. Okay, so here is the fight. At the beginning, you mainly want a defense. So first, for Matt, I'm using Syringe Rapier to boost my physical defense, but actually it's to clear physical defense down, because at the beginning of the fight, Primal Behemoth will lower your team's physical defense. Aerith is just going to start debuffing Behemoth's physical defense and wind resist, and Tifa is just going to do some DPS, not a lot because you see the stance gauge is not up, but there's nothing else for Tifa to do. Tifa is just here to always use motor drive to do damage. So after decreasing defense, Tifa will also increase Tifa's physical attack, and then Matt needs to heal our party back to full, but also when Matt uses Centipede, it's also going to clear this one stack and give us one extra stack of physical defense up. We're preparing for the first body slam, which does a lot of damage, as you'll see. So right now I'm full HP and one stack of physical defense up. And you can see it does quite a lot of damage. But after this, we still need to, we need to heal up, and this is why I'm running 2 healers, because you'll see Behemoth is going to attack us quite soon now. See right here, he attacks us already. We need to heal. He attacks quickly. He attacks again too. So yeah. Again, other than that, Tifa is trying to get him low. So you do want him to, when he gets to about I think it's 50% HP. Behemoth will heal itself back to full HP, but Behemoth will also debuff himself with the physical defense down. So the goal is to get Behemoth to 50% HP, and then DPS him with even further after that. Dolphin Blow here is a low cooldown, low charge speed, so just using it for damage here. And now it's just a combination of keeping our defense up, keeping our HP up at the same time with just hitting him. Not much to it right now. Yeah, we need to wait till Behemoth does something special, and then we change our actions. So right now it's simple. We just keep our health up. Keep our buffs up. Keep the debuffs on Behemoth. Right. Let's reapply the debuffs here. Keep attacking. Physical defense is timing out. We want that up again. And Behemoth is almost at 50% HP, so we can get ready for that phase. I think really soon, yeah. So it's stamina charge here, you'll see. So he goes to 50% HP, then stamina charge back to full HP. And not immediately, but shortly after, then Behemoth will decrease its physical defense. Actually, I think immediately, let's see. Okay, yeah, you gotta wait a little bit. So right now, I don't really want to attack him. I mean, if full ATB, then we can attack him, but I'm gonna hold Dolphin Blow and, yeah, focus on defense right now, or focus on buffing and debuffing. Wait for Rampage. There we go. And also, you see Aerith is debuffing after Rampage, because Rampage also clears debuffs. So if you debuff Behemoth before Rampage, you're just wasting ATB. So I pretty much, you see everyone has pretty full ATB now. So right after he Rampages, now we can start to throw all our damage in. So now let's debuff him and let's attack him. But the problem is, at the same time, when he's Rampaged, he is going to lower our team's physical defense. He's going to lower our team's physical defense constantly. So we want to save Breath of the Earth, and we want to manage Matt's ATB to make sure we have physical defense up high, because after Behemoth does, I don't know, it's a lot of attacks. It's 3 to 5, I would say. He's going to attack us 3 to 5 times, and then he is going to do a special attack that will kill your party if your party is not full HP and with physical defense up high. So right now we have two goals again, right? We want to damage Behemoth because Behemoth has physical defense down like a lot, like because of his rampage. But also we need to keep our HP up and our physical defense up. So this is the trickiest phase, I would say, because yeah, you need to be almost perfect with your offense and your defense. They're both very important in this part of the fight. See, every time he does that, we lose physical defense. And then here we're using Aerith Limit Break to clear our physical defense down. Also to heal. And see, again, even though we clear our physical defense down, it's down again, but we bring it back up with Matt. And then... okay, then that's it. So, now he's going to do the body slam. This is what we need to prepare for. This does a lot more damage than the first body slam because you see right here, now Primal Behemoth has physical attack up, and we cannot clear this off him. He will always have this extra physical attack up. So we need full HP, which we do have, and we also need physical defense up high, which I don't think we have now, but that is the goal right now before... oh no, we do have it. Okay, we're good for this one. And after Behemoth does body slam, you want to save your ATB, because after he does body slam is going to be the sigil phase, and the sigil phase is very fast. So you see right here, I'm trying to save ATB. I maybe cure. I hope I don't, but yeah, I don't. So yeah, because during the sigil phase, Behemoth will not attack you, so you don't need to heal your party. Like you see my party is very low in HP, but we don't need to heal. We just need to clear this. This will go by very fast. So if you waste ATB on healing or anything like that, you may fail the sigil phase. You'll see this. Yeah, you see it moves quite fast right here. So even though my party saved all their ATB, you can see we barely made it. But afterwards, right now you have time to heal. But again, you still want to focus on DPS as well, because right, this is the time when Behemoth is weak. And I believe the rest of the fight just plays out the same, but let's see. I mean, he does do a few more physical defense down. So it does get a little bit harder, but the mechanics of the fight are essentially the same. It's just the DPS race now. You need to kill him before he does. He has 2 more special attacks before your party will die. Unfortunately, Tifa did waste. That is the problem with Oven Mints. She might cast that sometimes, but... okay, so this is the second body slam. You'll see my party only has physical defense up mid, so we need to get that up to high, or again, we will die. And then you look... it looks like Matt does not have enough. In order to get physical defense up high, the only way to do that, for my party at least, is Matt needs to cast Centipede. And Centipede does cost 5 ATB, but this special attack is moving very fast. I'm not going to have enough time to cast Centipede, so that is why Matt uses Gigantic Shield. That is why this is a good limit break for Matt, because this is another way to bring physical defense up high if you don't have enough ATB to cast a Centipede. Okay, and just like before, you want to... well, okay, Eric did heal, unfortunately, but just like before, you want to save this ATB, because there is a sigil phase again. And this, again, just like before, the sigil phase is quite fast, so you see it's very, very close to, like, last second, we broke that. But just like before, after we break, then we can get right back to our healing and DPSing. And That was the third special attack, so that means if Primal Behemoth does the next special attack he does, it will kill your party. No matter how, you have full HP, you have physical defense up high, your party will die on the next special attack. So now is the DPS race begins. You need to kill him before his next special attack. But it does look like we can do it. Maybe 2 more attacks from Tifa and we should have it. Maybe 3 because the debuff ran out. Let's see. No, just 2 I think. One more attack by Tifa and that is it. Okay, so I hope you guys learned how to approach this fight, and right after this I'm going to show you the fight without any commentary, and maybe that can help you as well.
私の出番。
直ちにどうぞ。状況は
こんなところか